Ladies and gentlemen, I have very exciting news. There's a reason we haven't uploaded in a while. Now, I know that reactions and reviews talking about movies has been the driving force of the Real Rejects. But as of today, we're canceling all that. John is now fired. We're gonna focus more on deepfake videos from here on out, because that's what the people really want, and that is long-term sustainability.
You know, if people don't follow the Collider news, they might be taking you seriously right now.
Guys, we're so close to 700,000 subscribers. Why don't you subscribe and click that notification bell? New Mutants! Ah, yay. They were delaying this film a lot, but I think after the critical and box office success of Dark Phoenix, they were like, we gotta put this out.
Let's put this in the MCU proper. Let's do it.
What's the last thing you remember, Daddy? He said we had to run.
To a new release date.
The reason you survived is because you're a very uncommon girl.
Gotcha.
You're not alone. Not anymore. Do you know what mutants are? Would anyone like to share their first time? Rain?
I was 13. I thought it was a dream. I just lost control.
Sam?
I started panicking. People got hurt. My girlfriend had a partner.
Liliana?
I killed 18 men. One,
Nice.
I won.
Eliana.
Rasputin.
This isn't a hospital. It's a cage.
It's important we find out your power so we can help you get better.
I saw something. I don't think she wanted me to see. I don't think we're here to get better.
It's a madhouse.
Yeah.
Your greatest fear. It makes you live through it until it kills you.
He's there.
What the hell?
Get out of this. Together.
Setting up a franchise.
Woo! It's definitely going to have multiple installments. Everyone's gonna get a spin-off after this movie, and we're gonna meet them all individually.
2 years since the teaser trailer, and they're still using that same tribute song.
Gotta get that creepy kids choir going.
Yeah, of course. You need a good cover, right? Well, yeah, you know, I'd say overall, I'm glad this movie's coming out. I think that, you know, people put a lot of hard work into this. Even if it's bad, I'm still glad it's getting released, because these people have worked their asses off on it. Josh Boone, the whole cast, everyone involved. I liken filmmaking to cleaning, where because
You need a lot of chemicals.
no, what I'm talking about is, you know, when you like really clean like a house or an apartment or even just your room, and then someone walks in there. No one knows how much work went
How
into
much
cleaning,
work
but
you
they
did.
might notice like a smudge on the wall or something, and that's what takes their eye. And I feel like they've worked really hard on this to make it work.
Yeah.
So either way, just let it come out. Might as well. And there's a lot in the trailer that I do like. The metaphorical stuff of mutants having the body horror element, but also factoring into their psychological traumas, I think is a concept worth exploring within the X-Men universe. Even if it's just this one movie, I think it's worth exploring. I was a little taken aback weirdly by the fact that the last bits of this seemed like a superhero movie. That's what
Yeah.
weirdly threw me for a loop. I'm like, yeah, it's a part of the X-Men world, but I thought they were just gonna solely focus in on the horror elements. And I did hear some stuff, and there's so much. I think the behind the scenes of this movie is more fascinating to me and interesting than the actual movie so far.
One day, depending on how this movie goes, they'll make one of those documentaries about the troubled production of how this movie came to be made in the first place, like The Island of Dr. Moreau or
And then
something like that.
They'll delay that documentary for 3
For
years.
3 years, yeah. And then Josh Boone will recut it a bunch of times, but he'll still be pleased with the cut.
I did hear that he did deliver on making a horror movie, and for some reason that scared Fox and they didn't know what to do with it. And I wonder if they did do some superhero movie reshoots. I don't know. There's been so many things going around about this movie that I have my own theories that are not concrete at all because so much talk has been going on with this movie.
You read about it and it's like, we're going to make it more horror, now we're going to make it less horror, and now we're going to make it YA, and we're going to do everything with this.
For what they got here, this doesn't look like an over convoluted film. It seems pretty simple. There are mutants being that they think are being treated and helped, but really they're being experimented upon, and they're trying to figure them out. And then the body horror elements are coming out of them, and then it's an escape from an asylum story, And you got some creature monsters in there, which look cool. I mean, they looked insanely obscured in the lighting, so I wonder if when we do get to those monsters, we'll be like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, they're all very, very briefly teased at, if anything. And I wonder, how many of these things we're seeing are actual monstrous villains or just hallucinations that are being played on from the kid's subconscious or whatever,
And Anya Taylor-Joy looks like a standout. She has the Russian accent, playing Ilyana. I mean, just her character introduction was... Everyone else's introduction seemed like an X-Men introduction. But her introduction was like, oh, you're like a badass. Yeah, man. I love it. But, I can't say I'm confident. I think it's a fine trailer, but it's been delayed so much for a variety of reasons. I don't know what to believe at this point.
Yeah, if I hadn't heard all this news and I just saw this trailer, I think it was a fine trailer. I enjoyed it. I like still the vibes that we're getting off of it. I like that we're going a full-on horror route, beating Doctor Strange to the punch.
Yeah.
And it's a good ensemble still. That's the thing. It doesn't appear in this trailer like this has been as troublesome as it has been, and I don't know. I heard that Josh Boone is still proud of the cut that he submitted for this version, so
of course.
Hopefully maybe it'll actually be all right, even though they've reshot more than half the movie now.
Well, for some reason the horror here doesn't look all that scary. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of horror-y things happening, but I don't think the movie itself is going to be all that terrifying. I don't get that vibe.
I hope it is. I want it to be. But yeah, especially now that Disney owns it and they weren't happy with the cut that they got, I would imagine that some of the MCU's flavor may creep its way in. But that's, again, another speculation based on another piece of speculation that I read somewhere. I'm glad that this looks just decidedly horror right now, because that's the freshest element that you can give at the moment for this property.
Well, usually the trailers dictate our energy, and this is what you got today, guys. Well, I don't know. Did this trailer do it for you? Are you guys excited this movie's actually coming out? Do you think that whatever version we're going to get is going to be worthwhile? Do you think this movie will actually come out? Comment below. I won't believe this movie's out until I'm sitting in the theater and it's playing.
I won't believe it's out until I have it on Blu-ray. And I'm watching it for the 17th time.
Yeah, you know what to do. If you like, a channel, subscribe, click the notification bell, yada, 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 yada. And I'd like to give a Patron of the Day shout out. The first Patron of the Day shout out of the new year is going to go to a man named Scuba Steve. This guy belongs in an insane asylum himself. I mean, this guy is a freak.
And a miscreant, always tagging things.
I was always afraid to go to school because of people like you when I was a child, Scuba Steve.
Wrong side of the tracks, you mutant.
Quoting X-Men 1.
People like you are the reason I was afraid to go to school as a child.
Oh, I'm bad at that.
I did a terrible job on the paraphrasing.
I saved your life.
No, you didn't.
X-Men.
Yeah, shout out to you, Scuba. Thanks, buddy.
We love you. Be well.